I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to mention that Nancy Davis is not here. She's absent today. I'm going to start off by asking for nominations for the president of the board. May I seek some nominations, please?
I would like to nominate Scott Halleck.
Okay, is that seconded?
I'll second.
Okay. All right, are there any other nominations on the table? If not, I would like to call for the vote. Kristen?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, you are voted in for Scott Halleck to be our president for the 24-25 school year. At this time, I'm going to ask if Scott can stand, and I'm going to give you the oath for the president. Please raise your right hand and read that off the paper.
I, Scott Halleck, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of President of the Eldred Central School Board member according to the best of my ability.
Thank you, Scott. At this time, I'm going to hand over the meeting to President Scott Halleck. Thank you.
Okay, this time, I need a motion for Vice President. I need a motion for, need a second.
I'll second.
I'll take a vote. Kristen? Yes. I'm a yes. Amador?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Congratulations. Are you going to give her the oath or am I?
We all do it together.
You all do it together?
You're going to give her oath now,
Oh, okay.
and then we're going to do the oath all together again.
Okay.
So she can do her board member.
I, Stacy Kuhn, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Vice President of the Eldred Central School District according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Stacy.
Congratulations.
And thank you for everything you do for me since I'm sitting here. We work together well together.
Oh, no problem.
Approval to appoint district clerk. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Take a vote. Kristen?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you'll do everybody? I have to stand also again?
Yep. We're all going to do it together.
Yeah. I, Scott
I,
Halleck,
Stacy Kuhn, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Eldred Central School Board member according to the best of my ability.
Okay, that takes care of that part. Everybody's in now, right?
Yes.
Done? Samantha.
Yes.
Samantha, if you would like to, you feel free to. I'm leaving it up to you. All right. Now we got to go through all these. Approval of the NISBA, SC, SBA, and the RSA. Approval of the Board of Education means member of the New York State School Boards Association, the Sullivan County School Boards Association, and the Rural School Association for 24-25 school year.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Who does that now for us?
What do you mean?
You and me, right?
That's the next one down.
Oh, okay. Approval of NISBA voting delegate. Oh, that's, okay. Approval to appoint Scott Halleck and Stacy Kuhn, former, as voting delegates for the Board of Education for the New York State School Boards Association for the 24-25 school year. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I can do it that way, right, Lisa, now?
That's fine.
Okay. Approval of NYSBA alternate delegate. Nancy is the former delegate for the annual New York State School Board Association for 24-25 school year. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Need a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's always great to vote somebody in when they're not here. Approval of board representation to attend the annual NYSBA convention. Approval for representative of the board to attend the annual New York State School Board Convention in New York City, October 24. Scott Halleck and Nancy Davis, former, October 2023.
Scott, I want to stop here and
Yep.
have a discussion
Yep.
about what we talked about with
Okay, so I guess I'm free this year. So with me being free, that could open up 2 spots to go down to New York City. Because it'll cost the same amount of money.
I already put in for it.
I'm sorry?
I already put in for it at work, so if you need me to go, I'll go.
Yeah, well, I think you should go. I should definitely go. You couldn't go to 1 year. I couldn't go because of my heart.
I would, but I just started a job, so I would know like what my schedule would be.
I mean, if nobody wants to go, Stacy and I'll handle it.
I have
Okay.
no idea.
We can check with Nancy when she gets back.
Yeah.
So at this time, I'll need a motion to, me and Stacy to go to the NYSBA convention.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Amador.
Second.
Second by Kristen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Approval of the SCSB Executive Committee. Approval to appoint Scott Halleck and Stacy Kuhn, former, as the district's representative to the Sullivan County School Board's Executive Committee for the 2024-2025 school year. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Motion by Amador, second by Kristen. All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the superintendent's performance evaluation. Be it resolved that the Board of Education has completed the superintendent's performance evaluation process. Salary and benefits are determined by the board at the time of the appointment and are reviewed by the board each year. Pursuant to the superintendent's contract, a performance raise is suggested. The superintendent has met the effective status, which entitles a 4% raise. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Stacy, seconded by Kristen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it, really appreciate it.
Okay, this is one that might be up for discussion, but let me read it first, but I don't think it should be. Whereas the Eldred Central School District currently has the time set for the school board voters and the elections from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., whereas the Board of Education wishes to consolidate the hours to 11 to 8 p.m. for all future school board votes and elections. This would be cost-effective savings to the district. Therefore, be it resolved, the Board of Education hereby abolishes the current school board vote and elections times and reestablishes the time set forth for the future school board votes and the elections to adopt the following time of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., as this would be more efficient and cost-effective saving to the districts. Discussion.
So right now, do we have any statistical data on how many votes we gather between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m.?
I don't have it in writing, but I can tell you I've been doing this now at least 7 years, and I probably get a handful of people. The only time that it was significant is when we had the controversial vote, that I probably got maybe 35 people at that specific time. That's why when I looked at what we've been getting, we've been talking about this for a few years now, and logistically, I want to say I pretty much get the board coming in, they're voting if they hadn't done that before, and maybe 2 other people.
That was good.
This year specifically, it was the board and then 2 other people coming in at like around the 8:15 mark, and that was it. And then it was a ghost town from about 8:20 till 9 o'clock when we were
I'm normally here by 8 o'clock myself, maybe 8:10, and I sit there and watch, and
Right.
you don't see hardly anybody come in at all.
Yeah. Anecdotally, I would say that you're talking about single number of individuals that vote after 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
I'd agree with that.
I'd say maybe 5 to 7, I'd say 5. I mean, I've sat here several years that I've been in office, you know, I'm not one to get here right on time, and I've sat here and watched it, and a handful of people committed that.
Okay,
So can I ask for a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Stacy, second by Kristen, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, done. All right, we are done with all the stuff we needed to get done with that, so let's move on to the superintendent's report.
Okay, so graduation was awesome. Couldn't have asked for better weather.
that was
because it was amazing. I just want to say thank you to our amazing maintenance and cleaning crew for their work in preparing for graduation and getting the front lawn beautiful for the day, from taking down wrought iron to doing grass. You know, they did a great job. Thank you to Lisa and the JSHS office staff for their work on the graduation program and tickets. Last but not least, a big thank you for Jed for live streaming the graduation services. We really appreciate that, and it was seamless. Heard nothing. Everybody was very appreciative of the graduation services and the live streaming capabilities. As soon as pictures and videos are finalized, we will post it to our website. We did use a new company for the photographs and for the video, so we're just waiting on them, but everything I've heard has been very complimentary on the graduation. Strategic planning with Blueprint will kick off on July 23rd. That is a workshop. It's actually the board retreat. An administrative team will meet to discuss the thought exchange that was open to the public through June. July 29th will be the second strategic planning session with community stakeholders, Board of Education members, and the administrative team. And I've sent out emails. I will resend out emails to community stakeholders saying if they'd like to be part of the discussion, join us on July 29th. Now, August 28th and 29th, we'll kick off the new school year, and we're going to continue. It'll be Core 2 for Leader in Me, which is our SEL, our social and emotional learning platform. That's going to be on the 28th. That's just faculty members. That's just teachers and administration. And then August 29th, it's everybody. That's when we have the bus. That's usually when we ask Mr. Halleck to stop by. Hint, hint, August 29th.
No, I see it. Coming back from fishing then.
Yeah. So, and then Regents. All Regents exam grades have been reported, and they have been uploaded in a school tool. There will be the August Regents will be offered at junior, senior high school. Students that have the opportunity to take the August Regents have been notified. A school messenger has gone out. Now, there was some kind of, the state, I think, a lot of conversations I've had with parents about Regents, and they're saying the state's canceled Regents. No, that is not true. The state is working currently on a New York State portrait of a graduate, which would, you know, but that work has just been started. So when you see like I've seen the headlines, Regents canceled. No, that is not true. As far as I know, there is no timeline that has been issued for these new graduation requirements or Regents. The earliest timeline I've looked at for them kind of redoing graduation pathways is 8 years out. So right now, Regents is still mandatory for diplomas. We even have 2 new Regents next year. So, and that is in Earth Science, because it's Earth, air, and space, and then I believe geometry. So there's 2 new Regents next year. But more information to come on that as soon as I get it from the state. They are opening up conversations about graduation requirements. So, and that concludes my report.
Did you say 8 years out?
Yes. That's what I've heard timeline. Because they're basically looking at...
I'm sorry, we had that conversation up in Liberty
Yes.
pre-COVID.
Yes, we did.
We were all getting on a bus and going to rally someplace, and then COVID hit, and that was the end of it.
Yep.
So that was, what, 4 years ago?
4 years.
This came up, because it was Ken Hausman, I think.
Ken Hilton.
Hilton was leading the pack on that.
Yeah, and this is coming out of the Blue Ribbon Commission, and so they're thinking 8 years because I think they're looking at 6th graders and looking at their pathway to graduation. So I think that's where they're getting the 8 years from. I think regents will always be there. That will just be a pathway.
An option, that's the way it
That will
was
be an
years ago,
option.
A local or a Regents.
Right.
What it used to be.
Right, so I think they're going to kind of go back to that and consolidate. So instead of having a Regents diploma, an advanced Regents diploma, they're looking at creating one diploma, and if you get like advanced designation, that'll be a sticker. If you do a Regents, that'll be a sticker. If you do a portfolio kind of like VOTEC, that'll be a sticker, but it'll be just one New York State diploma.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
It makes sense, but they're moving about it very slowly.
That's the way it should be.
They are. That's exactly what it should be. That is your report?
That is my report.
Any questions for Stacy?
Tracy?
Or Tracy, I'm sorry. It's just one letter off, okay?
I know.
All good? Caleb, you're up.
All right, mine is quick and it's all good news, I think anyway. So I originally told you guys that we were gonna have a little bit of a surplus this year. I think it's gonna be on the higher end of what I had originally quoted you, closer to 3 than it is to 2. We had a $90,000 deficit last year, so we swung from that up to almost $300,000 put into the bank this year. Hopefully we'll put even more next year because we're getting ready for what may come, and we're trying to put a little nest egg away. But I think our financial results ended up better than even I had expected. On the tax front, taxes are going up 0.3% total, but it's a mixed bag. The equalization rates changed everywhere, so every municipality is getting something different.
Kick
Highland,
me in the shin again?
a little bit.
Yeah, I knew it.
Not terrible though this time. So it was 4.25% was the tax increase this year, but because of all of the properties that came online, Highland, which is our biggest taxpayer, is going to see a 1.25% decrease in taxes. Lumberland's going to see a 2.5% increase in taxes because they got a decrease last year. Tustin is going to get a 3.5% increase, and
Can't win.
Deer Park is going to get a 4% decrease. That's unfortunately, I'm sorry, I know.
Well, you should do something about it.
That's the assessment.
I know, it's my
Yeah, I can't do anything. That's the
We have
equalization rate.
No, I know. I'm just joking.
I would love to. I was hoping, but your equalization rate is down at like 0.28, so the good news is it can't go down much further.
To say.
And then my final piece was we were just going to talk about the capital project. Tracy already kind of filled you in on that, but that is moving quick. The roof is very close to completion. They're definitely going to be, they're on target to be done by the summer.
So is the sidewalks, I understand.
That's what I was going to say. The sidewalks, the old tank has already been dug up, so they're getting ready to install the new tank. There's a foundation. She just gave around a picture of foundation on the field house. We got our band money in, so we had $11 million. I've already paid out $2.5 million to contractors, so we're cooking with gas here. It's moving.
We're okay on the ratio of our surplus to budget?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're in good shape. There was a little scare there for a minute because the one budget we had didn't include the capitalized interest on the bands, but after we got back in with the team, they also had some plussed up numbers on some of the other items that weren't going to happen. Like for instance, they had $50,000 set aside for legal. We only spent 20. And a number of other things that they had put pretty generous numbers that we came way below.
Okay.
So right now we still have, it shows that we're 13,000 under budget. That includes $323,000 for contingencies. So
Okay.
stuff happening that, we're not aware of, and $200,000 set aside for change orders. So we have 500 plus that 13, so we have 513,000 to play with. And right now we have a negative change order,
Okay.
which is
That's good.
That'll be gone before the end of the thing, but I guess right
Yeah,
now,
well, just watch them change orders. That's how people like to make their money, and sometimes that's a lot of
Yeah.
BS. You gotta make sure everybody's on top of that.
we're early in the project, but so far we have only had one positive change order, so the rest were in our favor. The only
And Savin
one,
oversees that, right?
yes,
Okay.
the only one negative change order we had was a timing issue with with the press box. The construction of the press box is not going to be done before the field is done, so we're going to have to get a larger crane so that the heavy machinery doesn't go over the freshly done field. And that's going to be, but that's single-digit thousands, so it's like not even 10,000 on that. All the other change orders have been in our favor. It's early,
It's early.
It is early. It is early.
and that's all I had.
Very good. Any questions for Caleb? All good? Okay, I have nothing. Public comment? Anybody want to say anything? Told you should at home. All right, it's going to lead us up to right here. Approval of consent items 6.01 through 10.05. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Okay, is there any discussion on anything? There's a lot here, so have everybody got a chance to look at it? If there's no discussion,
I have
go ahead.
the mileage, getting paid for mileage for using personal vehicle, that's not for like back and forth to work, is it?
No.
Just for like if you have to use your vehicle while.
Well, it's that, and it's also like if you go to, and the mileage is very, very specific. So if you have a conference to go to, then the mileage would be from here, not from your home. And correct me if I'm wrong. It's from here to the conference. Like you can't include your mileage from home to work.
Yeah, okay.
And that's also for like Lori Bizjack, for her going between,
Right, in between schools.
in between schools.
Private vehicle.
Yep.
We've been cutting down a bit on that. I've been making the van more available, and actually, the one conference I came to Tracy and I said, because we had a lot of people going up to Sullivan West that one time, I was like, let's get a bus.
And we utilized a bus, and we just said if you choose not to ride the bus and you choose to take your personal vehicle, we're not paying mileage because we offered you transportation. So yeah.
I charged the school mileage once when I went to Buffalo. That was a ride. But other than that, when her and I went to training and went to Rochester, I didn't charge the school for that. And if I drive my car to New York City, I won't. But Buffalo, that was a ride.
That's right. Yes.
There's a couple tankfuls up and back. But yeah, but no, I don't, yeah. If we are allowed, if we go on certain things like that, we can get mileage also. But any other discussion? All good? All in favor?
Aye.
You got the motions? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. That leads us up to another public comment. And just real quick, July 20, Tracy kind of touched base on all of them, did you, Tracy? Did you touch base on the August 13th board workshop too?
No.
You just touched base on July?
Yes.
Okay, so just so everybody knows, July 29th, July 23rd, August 13th, and August 15th. August 15th is our regular board meeting. August 13th is a board workshop about the
Energy
evaluation or interviews, right?
Yes, like energy performance plans. We've got like 3 companies doing that presentation. I'm doing that. He's not available on that night.
So I just wanted to, I just want to give everybody the dates now so that they can plan. August 15th for me for the regular board meeting is up in the air right now. I'll let you know. I know they moved it, but let me see what happens. The next meeting will be held 6 p.m. on August 15th in August. I need a motion to enter into executive sessions for contractual reasons.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Stacy. Second by Kristen. All in favor? Aye. Aye. There will be no business after executive session, so enjoy the rest of your summer, and we will see you when we get back in August.